Hello, how are you? I love you. Okay, thank you for being here. This message today is a very interesting one. I am manifesting that this is going to find who it is meant to find. So if you're here, there's something here for you, okay? Um yeah. I feel like this message you're starting to see that all these little sidebar things that you went off and did that you were passionate about that happened to you was all for a reason, and now it's all about to pick up. Now it's all about to flow to you. There's something here about different streams of income that are now going to start flowing to you, and it coincides with this time in your life when you worked here, this time in your life when you were passionate about this dealings with this person. There are things that seem like they couldn't be connected or they amounted to nothing, and that's not true. That's not true at all. They are they were definitely divinely orchestrated. Everything was supposed to happen, and everything is leading up to now who you are now. And I'm seeing this like all the channels being open at once. And there is this overflow of infinite passive income that is coming towards you. I was hearing infinite wealth from all lifetimes. You have united with this true holiness. And people could look at your life, you could look at your life, and they could say things like, oh, this person, they're not guided, they don't have a direction, they did this for a little while and it didn't amount to anything, they went this for a little while, it didn't amount to anything. But they're wrong. Your path is different than them. Everything that you have done, you were supposed to do, and it's all been leading up to this moment. It's not just something that was washed away and it doesn't mean anything. No, that is wrong. That is 100% wrong. There's something here because it's like what I'm seeing now is ripples in a pond. You could connect to the movie The Jungle Book, or you could really connect to the movie Interstellar. It's like worm loops of time is how this feels. There is like this ostracization element here. And this is reminding me of The Jungle Book because there's like a point where Mowgli realizes that he is not one of these wild creatures. He's not one of the wolves. He's not the elephant. He's not like any of these creatures. He doesn't even fit in with Baloo, right? Or Bagheera. And he also doesn't fit in the man village. So there is this sense of I don't connect with what I was born from, and I don't connect with anything that I have ever known. There is nothing like me on this planet, in this jungle, in this world. And that's true. That could really be true for you. I'm getting the number 369. This is the number of the universe. So it's like the first time there was a wombat. I'm not even sure I know what a wombat is. But there was no wombats in the world. Now there's a wombat. It's like, when did that happen? You know what I mean? You're the first of something. And this is something that you were asked to come in to incarnate to be, but at the same time you built what this is. This is not something that was made outside of this world and just kind of like, let's just plant it here and see what happens. It's like, no, there's energy that you're the first of your kind, and you could feel very much so like you are the first of your kind. But there is a point where everything turns on Mowgli, and this is a very unique opportunity because this is where he gets to see that he is the missing link between the wild and the tame, between this earth that we all are and what we have made of it, of ourselves, what we have made of what we have been given. And the animals that still have free will, but there is a certain amount that ties them to their biological identity, to their holy identity. And we have been given the freedom to disregard that and to make this into whatever we want. And so there is a link between the holiness and the freedom of evolution and of our own free will. And Mowgli represents that link, this sacred link. And this is the thing, this is what you represent. In multiple lifetimes, this is happening here. Wow. So this is really cool because now I'm like seeing like wrinkles in a pond. And this is like wrinkles in time. And this is what I was getting with like Interstellar also. You're kind of living in between the two worlds. You always have been. You are the link between the two worlds. You're the first of your kind. All of humanity at one point is going to get to this level. It's like being an empath now, that's kind of like going to be the new somebody who is a little bit sensitive. It's like now empath is going to be the new like base thing that humans are. You know, like everyone is going to start to awaken to be an empath. And now being psychic is like being the new level of what an empath was before. You know, there was some empaths out there. Now there's some psychics out there, okay? And empath is the new normal. And it's like you're the next level up. And it's bringing together. There's something that you did. And you could have identified, there is a sacred identity. There is a sacred way of being. This is what I was getting here, okay? There is a sacred way of being that you at one point were. And you at one point early on in the beginning of humanity on earth. There is something that you incarnated as that could still be talked about today. This could represent some kind of a deity or, you know, a holy being or just someone in history that, you know, is something that we still talk about today. But there's something here that it's like you connect to a certain culture, a certain face of some kind of holiness. Okay. And maybe the people think that this being didn't actually exist, but it did. And you know this. You know that these stories that people are telling, this derived from an actual being, a person who was incarnated, and that was you. And there is a way that you knew that this spiritual place that you were, the world wasn't ready for it. And you put it out there in the world so that it could be activated later on. You knew, God knew that this was going to die with you. It ends with you. There was something that ended with you in that incarnation. And there would be several incarnations where you would come in and be laying this groundwork for now. And there's something to be said about this because I'm hearing now you can't build a sturdy home with rotten wood. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like there's something here about this. And the best homes that stand the test of time, what is it? It's pieces of brokenness, right? And concrete mixed together. That's what's going to stand, right? It's like Stonehenge is what? It's like a bunch of stones. They're different pieces, but they are solidified as well. So there's something about the broken pieces, but also being mixed with something so sure. So steady. And that's the thing is all these other lifetimes were the broken pieces. And now for them to be welded together. And this is very important. This is so very important. You could have been humiliated a lot in your life. You could have been really embarrassed. A lot of times you were really embarrassed. People put you in situations and they laughed at you. And there is something really important about this. There could be a lot of times where you broke into pieces. You felt like you broke into pieces and you could feel like, why can I not handle this? But you're actually starting to see how strong you actually are. You're actually starting to see that you were not overreacting. You were underreacting. People made you feel like you were overreacting, you couldn't handle anything, but you were actually underreacting, and the strength that you have is insanity. I'm like getting a quote from New Girl right now. That could be significant to you, but it's like, she says to Nick, she was like, you could be talking on a banana phone and you're doing really great. Kind of like saying what you've been through, yeah. And there's something here about you're going to find your people, and you're finding your people because you're saying, I'm willing to begin again and go for it when I have nothing but my gut as a guide. Because that's what she does in New Girl, and she ends up finding her people in a very beautiful way. And there is something here about this. There's something here more. There's something here about this. Because you are now being opened up all these infinite streams of wealth from all these different lifetimes. And the reason that this is so very important, and the reason that you're going to be put on the world stage, some of you are going to be famous. Some of you, it's like this is going to be seen. It's going to be known by people. Everyone is going to know this. Those that laughed at you are going to have to eat their words. They're going to see this. They're going to see this. And it is like, it's almost like this energy of somebody lying, but if somebody lies on your name now, it's like the truth opens up right in front of them. The blood on their hands is like, everyone sees it and they see it, and they have to live in that embarrassment that they tried to put you in. But this is the thing. It's like, you're not even focused on that, right? There is something here about, but that's going to happen. That's going to happen. But it's like this energy of spirit, it needs to be seen. It needs to be known that all the broken pieces, all the fragments of the soul from this lifetime, from every lifetime, that was not for nothing. All of that mattered. All of your being and every second of existence that you are brave enough to incarnate matters. And it is all going to something, every single second of it. And it is being built into something beautiful. And you get to align with it. And whatever you want comes to you in multiple ways, in ways that it's so exactly what you want and desire, but you couldn't have even dreamed it up. That ways that you're so sure of, but completely surprise you and delight you all at the same time. People of the world need to know this, need to see this. It's like, let's go into the darkness, but if there's not going to be light on the other side, what's the point of going into the darkness, right? And you are the one that shows them that there's light on the other side. That all of this energy that they're trying to just like push away, no, you need that. This darkness, the tragedy, the loss, the sorrow, the fear that all that you have been through, this is your fuel. That is the rubble that you mix with this concrete to make this solidness. Right? I have to pause because I didn't plug in my battery. Okay, you're going to know that this reading is for you because anything that you try to look at, anything, you're just out there in life, you just decide to go here, you just decide to go there, you just decide, it is going to be evidence, plain, clear evidence that you are what you feel inclined that you are. Everything. Music is going to show you this. Movies is going to show you this. Places where you go are going to show you this. Are going to show you that you can go to something that reminds you so clear of day of something you were humiliated by, that everyone turned against you, that was such a dark time in your life, and you're not even affected by it, not even one bit. And then there is this overwhelming evidence of you being this. It just ties into everything, and the universe is constantly communicating to us. And you were brave enough to say, okay, I'm listening. Okay, I don't really know if there's light on the other side, but I'm willing to try. This is what you did. You already did this. So now you're opening up the way for you to be blessed from all these. And that's the thing, is it is infinite. This word infinite, we're not just throwing this around like, oh, wouldn't that be nice? No, that's not what this means. This means something, okay? And the ripples mean something because, okay, I understand now. Wow. Every act of kindness and every lifetime ever that you have ever done, okay, it's like a ripple in a pond. But in time, that ripple never ends. It never ends. And when it goes out, that vibration out, it's all existing right now. And when that fades out through all of space and time, and it goes out into all of the universe, do you know what happens? Just like a star, it explodes and it spreads all of this kindness, all of this love everywhere, all over the universe, which sounds really cheesy, but it's not. And it's a real thing. This is like butterfly effect. This is it called the butterfly effect? I think so. It's like the butterfly effect. It's like it's like this, you are kind to one person, right? And this takes them on a completely different, it depends what they choose to do with it, but it gives them an opportunity for a whole other pathway to reach, to elevate to. Every act of kindness and every act against kindness, right? It opens up different possibilities. And the thing is when you go into this darkness, you face within yourself what caused you to act out of an unkindness instead of a kindness. You dig down to the core root of it, because when you're going into like the darkness of a cave, you can see the roots, right? So there's something here where you dared to see that, and you make right what you had to make right karmically. You've already done that. You've been doing that in several lifetimes. And you incarnated in different bloodlines to take certain amount of weight, and then what are you going to do with it? You're going to transmute it to kindness instead of acting with what you have been given. You're not going to act with the darkness you have been given. You get to the root of it and you change it to kindness. And so now there is a point where there are all these ripples of kindness from every moment of existence and every bloodline that you have incarnated as. And all the energy that you have cleared from all these years is all actually occurring right now. And the now keeps repeating like a loop of time. that we are suspended in. And the start of creation, it keeps happening again and again and again. And we keep incarnating again and again and again to be now what all of those broken pieces made us and what we're transmuting them into. And you have done that. You've done that. So now, all of that now gives to you now. And this is never ending because existence is never ending. It's on this loop. So now, instead of all that you have dealt with, you are now feeling this infinite wealth where you are being constantly given to and poured into in a way that it never stops. This is the infinite wealth from all lifetimes. You have the Magician here. You have the Two of Cups here. This is what I'm saying. Now you have figured out you are being at a rate that is holy. That this is the dead of winter, but there are all these mushrooms growing here. It's like, why? There's things that science cannot explain. There are things that there's always going to be these mysteries here. And there's always going to be a way that we can act, that we can be in vibration of. And you are in a vibration of infinite wealth, infinite love. There is nothing that you cannot turn into infinite wealth and love. There is no amount of broken that you cannot turn into infinite wealth and love and into, it's like, okay. This is like a person who's pregnant here. And this is like all of these kids, right? And then there are caterpillars over here. And it's like, over here, this is the divine. So, the caterpillar is like, what are you becoming? The kids are like, you just gave birth to this, all these different streams of income. And being pregnant is like the new thing on the way. And then the divine is like stuff out of this world. All of those things can happen simultaneously. By you just being in this vibration. Claiming your energy. You have already conquered your demons. You already see your worth, and you are vibrating in an energy that is giving this glory to all of creation and seeing every moment as an eternal gift, as an opportunity for you to be the link between the wildness that we all are and the vibrating as this is what I am, but also the ultimate freedom and the evolution, and there is no energy that cannot be anything but holy and beautiful and worthy as is, no matter how much this expands. Like, what even is this energy? There is nothing that you cannot nurture into newness. There is no way that you can be taken from, that you cannot nurture it into a new gift for yourself. This is like maverick energy for sure. And the mushrooms, you have to be met with love. You have to. That's just it. The mushrooms are the answer to all of our problems in the world. It's like mushrooms. What's the answer? Mushrooms. What's the problem? Mushrooms are the answer. We're like not even utilizing mushrooms to the way that we can utilize them. Everything is a gift. And the person that told me this about mushrooms was someone who was such a dear friend. And they are not in my life anymore. But it's like there is value to all experiences here. And there's something to this, being nostalgic about people, but those people cannot be in your lives anymore for whatever reason that it is. But it is so valuable. That person is so valuable to you, even if they did you wrong, even if it's like so much value in everything. And you are at this high vibration to where everything is such high value. No matter what. I was seeing like messages of there could be like fond memories of swimming, or you made your peace with swimming. You made your peace with some kind of water, an area where there's water where you would go, and it's very nostalgic, and it maybe brings up memories that you don't, that are not great, or it was a time that was great, but it did not end well. There is some kind of peace around childhood or a situation, and you would always go to water with this person, a particular type of water or something, or you would always talk about going somewhere and the water there was the reason why you wanted to go. There is a way of making some kind of peace, and I'm seeing a wolf howling, so that can be a sign for you as well, or some kind of a, like, did I just hear an owl hoot? Like, whoa, was that a real owl? You're gonna be somewhere and you could hear like a real wild animal, and it could be a place where it's like, oh, I wouldn't expect to hear a real wild animal here. I haven't heard that before, or I haven't heard that in a really long time. Some of you could be like, was that a Sasquatch? Like, what? There is something here about connecting to the wildness that is out there, to where the wildness answers to you. It's like a wild animal eating out of your hand. And this is because you see the value of every moment. No matter what the moment is, you can always turn it to a way that your energy, it's not you actively doing anything, but your energy naturally molds it to pouring into you in all these different lifetimes, infinite wealth. Some of you are going to be very well known. And you're well known for embodying something that has been here like mushrooms have been here all along. And it's like, nope, they're magical actually. And they're the answer to like all the problems that we have in the world. It's like, you've been here all along, but you're now becoming, you now are this infinite wealth. And it just has to flow to you. It just has to be seen. There is no way for it to be stopped, for it to not be this. Okay, well, I love you. This is what I have for you. If you want a personal reading from me, it's in the description. If you feel called in your heart, you want something different, hypnosis could be for you. You could go to other lifetimes. You could see and clear what you need to heal, to be in this life what you want to be, to live in this reality in a way that is so meaningful and is so beautiful that words cannot even do it justice. Only if you feel called in your heart. The information is in the description. Okay.